Hello, and you are all very welcome to this information webinar all about resonance mapping. I'm very happy that you have found your way here to listen into the wisdom that I'm about to share. We are here at the beginning of the year, the beginning of 2026. So I would really like to invite you to just allow yourself to drop into this. We have a whole completely blank year of enormous possibility for creation. And this is not about rushing into the new year with new resolutions and a list of goals and things that aren't achievable, because we haven't really had the time to reflect back and fully look at how we are moving forward. What are we actually becoming? And this is really much at the foundation of resonance mapping and what I want to share with you. So I'm going to invite you just to take this beautiful deep breath. Just allow yourself to arrive. Just relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, because this webinar is not so much about information. This is really something for you to feel into. So I really want you to be less in the mind and really let your body listen to what I have to share with you in this next 20 minutes or so. You have found yourself here because something in you is ready to shift. Something in you knows that there is a way already mapped out for you. So just to introduce myself, my name is Dervla Reynolds. I am a kinesiologist. I have been many other things in my life before this. I am a resonance mapper, and I am very much a guide now for people who are wanting to do the inner work, for people who feel unclear, who feel stuck, or who feel like they are out of alignment with themselves, but just cannot quite seem to put their finger on what it is. And this may show up as emotional issues, as symptoms in the body, actual physical symptoms. It may show up as energetic symptoms. It may show up with a real sense of a lack of purpose or direction. So as a kinesiologist, I want to let you know that I work in the physical layers, I work with the symptoms, I work in the emotional layer, so I work with the feelings, I work in the energetic layers, so this is a lot to do with the energy in the body, the chi in the body, and I work very much with the subconscious. And really, essentially with resonance mapping, I like to say that I work with the soul. I'm in the business of soul work. I'm a 6-3 in human design, which means that my path has been one of deep experimentation. It has been lived experience. And now as a 6-3, as I approach my 50th solar return, I'm stepping into the embodiment of all of this lived wisdom. And when you see this as a map and you see it play out, it's nothing short of mind-blowing. I didn't arrive here at this point just through theory alone, although there has been an awful lot of study. I have arrived here by living. It's been 50 real, raw years of living, stuck in patterns, repeating the same mistake. And this essentially, looking back, looks like desiring a different outcome from the same wound, from the same place. So until you start to really dig in, until I started to really dig in, I had no idea that I was living so out of alignment in my life. So for over 8 years, I have explored so many modalities, from IFS therapy to different types of energy work, to, of course, lots of physical changes in my body, lots of detoxes, lots of different routines, lots of different supplements. I have been on meditation retreats. I have done the breath work. I have looked at quantum biology. Of course, there's my kinesiology studies. I have been involved in neuroscience. I have been involved in astrology, human design, gene keys, lots of different esoteric practices, and each one has helped. Each one has healed something. But what finally changed for me, what finally changed everything, was understanding who I am essentially designed to be, what my soul has come here to do. And seeing both where conditioning has pulled me away from my true authentic self, and being aware of the blind spots that have been keeping me stuck for ever so long. That's when resonance mapping was born, because this work brings everything together, all the modalities. So if you feel like you have tried many things and they haven't quite got you there, you might want to lean in a little bit closer and see if this resonates. So if you feel stuck in a loop and you just can't think your way out of it, or if you have done lots of different types of inner work, but things still don't feel clear, or you understand the theory of your suffering or your problems, but you can't seem to embody any of the change. Or perhaps you just want a clear path that totally cuts through all of the noise. Resonance mapping is not about doing more, it is about seeing yourself differently. It is about listening how, through the body, you can begin to become who you really are. So I see human design system or gene key system or this type of resonance work a little bit like a combination lock. So you can be very, very, very close to opening that lock, but you are just one number off. That missing number might be an unmet emotional need. It may be a subconscious belief that's very well hidden. It may be a nervous system imprint that just is default, keeps going back to default. It could be an inherited pattern from generational, ancestral trauma. It could be an outdated identity that we haven't upgraded, or it could be a survival strategy that once helped you, but now totally limits you. Of course, this list is not, that's not the end of it. This is an example. So thinking harder about all of this does not open the lock. Resonance does. So what do I mean by resonance? So resonance is when the outer frequency and the inner frequency match. This causes a greater vibration. And in this context, your inner frequency, how you are feeling, how you are vibrating, matches the outer resonance of your true human design blueprint, all through awareness, all through embodiment. Your chart, whether it's your human design chart, your main astrological chart, your gene keys chart, whatever one you seem to resonate towards, these are all the external frequency of who you came here to be. And when you first encounter them, your body responds in a way. This could be at first a rejection of like, that is not me. I don't like that. Or it could be through the process of resonance mapping, we begin to see, oh yes, that is me. I do that when I'm out of alignment. Or it could be an awareness that begins to develop where we begin to feel, oh, this can't truly be me in all my magnificence. Sometimes we walk around really not fully aware of who we truly are. But these reactions show us where we are in resonance or where we are in dissonance. Resonance allows us to be more of who we are. And dissonance, of course, well, that keeps us stuck in frustration, feeling annoyed, feeling confused. Dissonance, not resonance, dissonance steals our peace and our satisfaction. But both resonance and dissonance shape our perception. Perception shapes our emotion, and emotion shapes our behavior. So which one do you wish to live by? I think it's an important point to highlight why the mind alone can't fix this. Because dissonance lives in the nervous system, it lives in the body, it lives in the subconscious. The mind doesn't behave, the subconscious mind doesn't behave logically, it behaves protectively. Its job is to defend a belief that was formed when we got hurt. And that's why willpower or wishing or talking or logic or setting new goals or finding a new distraction doesn't work. It doesn't affect change. They don't finish the job. We need the body to speak and to use the external information of our chart to guide us in the right direction. So before I leap into astrology, I want to bring something very practical to you. And this is an insight from neuroscience. And when we look at neuroscience and the function of the brain, I want to show you how this corresponds to astrology. I get it. Astrology is still the outcast member of the family, seen as woo-woo by many people and nothing more than a meaningless horoscope. But here's something that you did not learn at school. The archetypal representation of the planets in astrology overlays perfectly onto the regions of the brain. Yes, I do offer a deep dive where we map the planetary functions like identity, drive, pleasure, purpose, growth, transformation, etc., to the brain regions performing similar tasks. I do the homework, you get the results. I bring in all the complexities and you get the simplified answers. So to understand this completely, resonance mapping is the process of analyzing your chart, understanding where the planets are placed in your unique design, and from there, discovering where you are in resonance or where you are in dissonance based on information from the brain, information from the body. This could be how you make decisions, how you process, how you respond, how you show up. And with this information, through the help of the subconscious body, together we can determine the moment this belief was formed. We can identify its emotional root. We can find the somatic signature in the body. We can understand the survival strategy that it created. We can release it from the nervous system. We can transform it. We can repattern it. Whatever word works for you. We can find additional support that might help you to embody this after in your own processing time. And all of this reconnects you to the soul path that your chart already has mapped out for you. It removes any guesswork. You have the map. We just identify where you have taken maybe just a few wrong turns. I always think that if we keep taking left turns, eventually it will bring us to the same spot. So we need the map to guide us a little bit. I know that all of this sounds easy, and it is to me. It's perfectly clear to me. I love a metaphor, so I guess my mind rushes to the thought of a mountain, and the feeling at the top of the mountain is never the same as the feeling at the bottom or whilst climbing. And all I've done is I've hiked to the top. the hard way. So I understand there's a lot in this share, but it is my job to take the complex and to turn it into something really, really simple. And that's in my chart, in a few places. In other words, that's how my brain is wired. But when you see the map, you can stop fighting yourself. Your shadows become information. You understand not only your blueprint, but the way your brain works. Your nervous system starts to regulate. Your gifts unlock. And integration actually becomes just a natural choice. You return to your inner authority and what you are meant to be doing all along. Not slowly, not vaguely, but with precision. So for me, just to share, this process healed a lifelong feeling of invisibility or being too ahead of my time. Being a pioneer at the front line when you're too sensitive to rejection is really not a good place to be. So seeing my chart, it showed me that I wasn't wrong. This is indeed my path. However, the dissonance and my misalignment revealed too many sensitivities. It brought up fears that no matter how much enthusiasm I brought to stuff, the blocks would appear to begin to sabotage myself. As soon as I started to work on something, my limiting beliefs would pop up. This could be reflections of rejection, invisibility, vulnerability, doubt, that would then end up in me hiding parts of myself. It could have been any number of reactions from fawn or freeze. But the good news is that as soon as I started to heal and my system began to feel safe, these blocks and these limiting beliefs began to change. The poison became the medicine. What once felt like rejection has become deep acceptance. And what once felt like vulnerability has become true empowerment. My mind now supports my heart and does not guard it. My emotions are open and not constricted. My visibility is fun and playful and wishes to connect without this presence of danger. And my soul, I feel, is starting to shine through and really no longer wishes to hide. This is the level of inquiry we can access with resonance mapping and the level of peace that ultimately awaits. So I just want you to take a moment to place your hand on your chest, place your hand on your heart. And I want you to ask yourself this and allow your heart to answer. Where am I not living my truth yet? Just notice if there's a sensation. Don't analyze it. If something pops up, this is resonance. You're not broken. You're not confused. You're not stuck. You are evolving. And this is an invitation to shed the identity that keeps you stuck. So before the new year has its way with you, and you begin to falter on any plans or goals or all that new year, new me nonsense, I want you to remember that we are still in the dream time. January is still a place of deep winter, a place of rest. We have yet to emerge. You are between versions of yourself. Your chart, your soul, it knows where you are going. Your body knows when it is time. And your nervous system knows when it is safe. We are not supposed to emerge until February. And in February, I will be opening a 7-week guided group container. It will begin with an introductory masterclass on what is called your incarnation cross. This will be on January the 12th. And this is to introduce this work, to this idea, to see if it resonates with you. The 7-week container will move through the unraveling of the chart, the awakening, the realignment, the integration, so that you can spend this year becoming more of yourself. It's supported, it's structured, it's embodied work. It is not surface level spirituality. It is a collective experience. If you want a more personal one-on-one experience, if that's what you wish for, there are options for this. But I would invite you to join the masterclass on January 12th. This work cultivates clarity, self-trust, emotional sovereignty, nervous system regulation, intuitive confidence, embodied purpose. It's not a New Year's resolution. This is walking the path that never ends, and this year is an invitation to step right in intentionally. It's a breakthrough into becoming who you truly are. I don't do bypassing, I don't do vague affirmations, I don't do surface work. I work on the level of your soul, your resonance, your identity, your shadow, your gifts, your truth. And this work isn't for everyone. But if it is for you, you will know. So with this in mind, may your resonance guide you to the next step, whatever that may be. May your body speak clearly. May you trust what is ready to grow, ready to evolve, ready to transform in this year ahead, so that you can begin to emerge more magnificent in this new year of 2026. So I really appreciate your time. If you want any more information, you're more than welcome to message me. And it is my hope from my soul that I can become more of myself to guide you, to guide whoever wishes some help with this map, to bring them to a better version of themselves. With much love, thank you.